So I deleted Fortnite. Yes, it's gone. I deleted it. I'm proud of it. I'm not looking back, and I probably won't ever download it again. Originally, I had planned to make a video about it just as a joke, saying, hey, I deleted Fortnite, look at me, I'm cool, ha 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 ha. But with some of the ways that people responded to me telling them that I deleted Fortnite, it prompted me to take a more serious tone to this and also send a message along with give the reasons that I actually deleted the game. Before I get into my actual reasons for deleting it, I want to give this message out there first. It's okay to not like the same things as everybody else. It is okay to have differing opinions and likes from other people. I find it a lot more prominent in today's modern culture with the advancements in social media and the internet communication that we have with people around the world. It's harder for people to be comfortable in the things they like with fear of being mocked, ridiculed for what they do enjoy. It's become harder to share your opinions and what you enjoy on social media for fear of being flamed and absolutely desecrated just for a mere statement, whether it be serious or not. I addressed it on Twitter already, but I did notice how the saying Twitter do your thing did have a change in meaning. Twitter do your thing went from once meaning, hey, let's all meme this, let's all make fun of this and make jokes out of this, to then meaning, let's find who this person is and flame them because I don't personally agree with their music taste, game taste, political views, etc., etc. We've created such a great divide between our want for originality and our want to follow things that are trendy and popular that we all forget that we are human. We as humans are individual, and therefore our likes and dislikes are up to us completely. And I feel that we shouldn't be discouraged by others telling us off or by saying that we are wrong for thinking a certain way. Every human is allowed to think in their own free way, as long as they're not trying to bring harm to others or, actually create chaos, in which case, yes, step in and say something, of course. But outside of that, do what you want. Feel how you want to feel. This is your life. You're entitled to it because you're the only one living it. And at the end of the day, that person making fun of your opinions on Twitter probably will never get the chance to meet you and take that fist that you want to give them. Don't go to bed angry over social media. It's not worth it. Alright, that's my little sappy bit over. Let's get into why I deleted Fortnite. My first and biggest reason is that it's basically a walking simulator. In a game of solo Fortnite, I would say it's about 70% travel time and about 30% action. I went through and watched some of my Fortnite live videos, and when I was watching them, I noticed how many times I commented on how little I was actually doing in the game. And for the people that say, well, you can only enjoy the game like that if you have other people to play with, well, then you're still playing the same walking simulator, you just have other people walking with you. And there's the other argument of, well, why don't you just land at a more populated area like one of the towns or Tilted or anything like that? But what happens for me, as it probably does for most players, I land at those areas and I end up being one of the first 20 eliminations of the game. As a member of Smitty's anti-Tilted cult, I already am against landing at places like Tilted. But again, I take no enjoyment in queuing up a game, waiting in the lobby, then dropping into an area just to be eliminated 20 seconds later and then have to go through that process all over again. And that actually perfectly segues me into my next point. There is no real end goal in Fortnite. Even if you tough it through, even if you fight through 100 other players and you win the match, that is it. You restart the game and then you go into another match and you do the exact same thing. And other than that, Fortnite really doesn't offer a lot of content. Sure, now and then they'll add new weapons or they'll add new offers to the game, but really it's not anything substantial. I would say the specific moment when I realized how little content there was actually being added to the game was when the shopping carts came out. When I first had heard about them, I thought that they were a really cool, actual vehicle in the game, but once I actually found one and learned how it was used, well, that opinion changed very quickly. And after that, really all the new guns and the things that were coming out just really didn't have any impact on me. It was just another way for me to lose the game, basically. Now, I absolutely know that there are people who would tell me that you do get things from winning. You get things as you progress through the tiers. And with that, I will say I'm not going to put hours and hours and hours into a game that gives me nothing more than a sticker or a backpack for 50 hours of play. And I don't want to hear anything about the Battle Pass. Because honestly, the Battle Pass isn't added content to the game, it's basically you paying for the rest of the cosmetics.
It's just cosmetics.
And that's all it is cosmetics. You're not paying for anything that helps you in the game or gives you some sort of advantage and actually creates a challenge for the other players. You're paying $10 however often just so you can get more skins than the other players around you. Not to mention the fact that you can buy those skins at any point for a microtransaction. And a lot of people buy the Battle Pass just for the extra skins. So I don't see why a free game should charge people for genuinely basic cosmetics. Even with my Twitch Prime subscriptions and the skins that I would get from that, I really didn't see it to advance my enjoyment of the content at all. And that brings me to my final point, which is overall enjoyment. Now, do I hate Fortnite and I'll never play it again for as long as I live? No, I'll probably go over to my friend's house at some point and we'll end up getting into a couple of matches, but the game itself is not enjoyable enough for me to see it as worth owning. And for me personally, there's also an added level of stress that comes with playing Fortnite, because I've seen people get angry at Fortnite. Like, I've seen people break controllers over that game. I know most games have their rage-inducing qualities, as games are supposed to be a challenge, but it seems with Fortnite that people really go that extra step. With me, I notice that I get very tense when I get to the final 5 of the match, or even the final 10, and I'll really get closer to where my monitor is, and you know, I'll sit on the edge of my seat, and I'll just feel this tingle going, and I'll get a little sweaty and anxious about the end of the match. And whether I win or lose, there's just this intense emotional release after the game is over. And as time went on and I noticed more of the problems that I have with this game, I began to think to myself, why am I getting so angry over a game that doesn't really give me anything in the end anyways? Oddly enough, I do feel that the stress Fortnite would bring to me would take away from my enjoyment in other games. And because of that stress and desire to win, I would find myself going back to Fortnite when I would much rather play something else. Which is what truly led me to make the decision to delete it off of my system. So there you have it. That is why I deleted Fortnite. That is why I left the Fortnite community. And for the people that would tell me that I'm missing out on all the content I could be making with it, well then, you know, that's your opinion. I don't really care whether I make Fortnite content or not. And in the end, Fortnite's just another popular game. There will probably be another game in however much time to replace this game. Of course, Fortnite's innovative and it's become the largest game in the world right now, and I do commend them for that. But for me, the game just really became kind of boring and I really just lost interest in it. I'll probably be playing some Fortnite in the very near future at a friend's house, but it's not really something personally I see myself owning unless they make a very drastic change to the game. Is it the worst game I've ever played? No, that title still goes to Fight Club for the PS2. Do I hate anybody who enjoys playing Fortnite? No, not at all, and that was really the point for my speech in the beginning of the video. But to me, it's just lost its value. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope that you guys were able to take something out of the message in the beginning of the video, and I hope that it could help, you know, give you a better outlook on life, because I just want everybody in the world to be healthy and happy and just comfortable in who they are as a person. If you liked today's video, please leave a like on it. It would help out a lot. Subscribe if you guys are new. Share this channel if you think somebody else would enjoy the content. Leave a comment down below if you have something to say or you have something you want me to talk about. I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace.
Watch my kicks, watch how I kick. Okay, dope, move in motion, hold my pistol with no holster. If I'm lying, then I'm dying. 2 lines poured inside my soda. Walk my back up on the block. Dope all in my sock. Got it out the mud while I drank mud up on the rocks.
Last year I was broke. This year nigga rich. I'ma ride or die for my clique. You get one shot, so don't miss. I get jammed up on one snitch. You a fan, scream like a bitch. Quicksand sink in the ditch. Been a man since I was a kid. Pink Molly got her on a trip. Drink lean purple when I shake. Getting money, fucking sneak this.